Salutations viewers, my name is GameDame and welcome back to another one of GameDame Reacts. So this is a long video. Of course, this is gameplay for PoE 2, which I'm not sure when the release date is for it, but there is a new expansion coming out for PoE called Ultimatum, which I believe is coming out in a few days, if not is out already. But we're going to keep the intro short so we can see exactly what PoE 2 has to offer. So without further ado, let's watch the official gameplay overview for PoE 2.
Welcome to Path of Exile 2's second act.
As
you saw in the trailer, Act 2 is centered around a caravan of Marrakech called the Ardura who live in the Vastiri Desert.
Yes.
You're chasing another caravan from an opposing tribe called the Faradun. There's a set of large ancient gates blocking the progress of the caravan through a desert pass, so you're being sent through the Traitor's Passage to unlock them.
Okay.
Shall wait here, Jingak. But the military carts have departed for the gates. Make haste.
Make haste there!
Path of Exile 2 is a lot more than just new acts. We want combat to feel both brutal and responsive, even at low levels.
That's good.
We're ensuring that each weapon type has unique and different mechanics. Each weapon class feels different to play, and today we're going to start by demonstrating the new spear weapon class.
Ooh.
Spears are a weapon class favoring mobility with both melee and ranged attack options. To that end, each spear will grant you at least one mobility skill. In this case, the spear comes with both an engage and disengage skill.
That's pretty
When you
sick.
engage, it increases your melee damage for a short time, and that really encourages you to be mobile during combat.
Wow, that looks so smooth.
One of the skills we're using here is called Whirling Slash. When you use Whirling Slash, it creates a sandstorm that grows in size each time you use the skill. When you leave the sandstorm, it explodes, dealing damage to nearby monsters. A great way to do that is to use the disengage skill, which makes you fly backwards and throw projectiles.
Damn, okay. I'm starting to like this spear class. I just like to be able to disengage and engage seamlessly, and that's what it looks like it does for you.
In PoE 2, each area's mini-boss is a much more substantial fight with interesting mechanics.
Ooh.
You'll be able to find at least one mini-boss in each area of the game.
There you
One thing I love
go.
about this boss in particular is that it destroys the ceiling when
Rattle
it slams the ground,
cage.
letting in
Ooh.
more light. Clever players will notice that if they're standing in the light, then they're not going to have any rocks falling on their head.
Only clever players will know that.
The rapid assault skill that we're using against this boss does 3 rapid stabs, followed by a 4th stab that deals more damage and can stun, if you're willing to commit to a long attack time. While developing the skills for Path of Exile 2, we were really thinking a lot about designing skills that could be cancelled early to dodge, or you can commit to the full attack for maximum damage.
That's pretty good of them to think of that. I wonder how many of their developers actually play the game. I would imagine almost all of them, because you have to be able to play the game to understand the player base. But I feel like when you play it as a developer, it is such a different experience when you're playing it as a player.
Can't disrupt the rhythm of combat.
Oh, those spiders are
One of the
so
skills we're using
freaky.
here is called Spearfield, which creates an area of spears coming out of the ground that impale monsters who walk into them, causing
Wait,
them
that's
to
pretty
bleed.
sick.
As the monsters move towards you, they take damage, so using your mobility skills as a way to move away from them is a great strategy here. In Path of Exile 2, we've invested a lot in our animation system. I'm sure you're noticing the animations are looking a lot better than they did
They
in PoE 1.
are.
But there's also a lot of subtle detail, like characters having different run animations depending on how fast they're moving. When we use a Quicksilver Flask here, you can see the character changes to a sprinting animation.
Yeah, those are really nice. I like the additive stuff that they have into it. The animation looks clean. It looks really good. Oh god, I hate spiders so much. I would go, like, fucking kill them all if I saw them. It looks really good.
Now that we've arrived
that
at
was
the
a short
ancient
load
gates, I'm
time.
going to show you another of the new weapon classes in Path of Exile 2, crossbows. Crossbows are special in
Hey!
that they grant attack skills implicitly. This particular crossbow grants Power Shot, which is a high damage single target attack. In order to modify what Power Shot does, you're going to need to equip bolt skill gems, which change the type of bolts that are loaded into the crossbow. Here we've got 3 different bolt skills that the character can
Oh, I
switch
see
between
that.
depending on the situation.
Was it Frost, Incendiary, and Shock?
Incendiary bolts.
Yeah.
Permafrost bolts can be used to disrupt packs of enemies to prevent them from closing in on your position. You can then follow up
Oh.
with armor-piercing bolts to do plenty of damage.
Armor piercing. Okay, so it's not like lightning. It's armor piercing.
In this area, we're helping Asala, leader of the Ardura, to open the ancient gates and let the caravan through.
I feel like with this class, it might be you'll definitely have to get tankier. It looks like you do
Because
deal
the
a lot
bolt
of
types
damage.
are the skill gems. Support gems that are added to them will modify whatever the skill is that you're using. Here we're going to add multiple projectiles to our incendiary bolt.
What was I saying? I was listening to what they were saying. I feel like you can't kite as much as you would with the spear class. You really have to dish out a lot of fucking damage. Armor piercing bolt. Yeah, I feel like you just take on a lot more damage when you are doing crossbow. Because you're very stationary, but the damage looks really good.
In Path of Exile 2, we're doing a lot more interesting things with monster packs. Here you can see some of the monsters patrolling around.
Yeah, that is interesting. I was like wondering like what they did else with the monsters, and that's ooh. Imagine getting flattened by. Oh, there were bugs in there. Wow, clever gal. Rock bugs. It's a rock bug. Damn. Armor piercing, incendiary, permafrost bolt. Armor piercing. I love how they fucking announce it every time, but that's good for accessibility. I love how you get a little friend. I wonder what the accessibility they do have in PoE is like. I'm not like colorblind or need help by any means, but I work in UX UI design, so I'm curious as to what they're doing for
Now we're coming
accessibility
to
in such an
another
in-depth
example
game.
of the Path of Exile 2 mini-boss, Li'im the Impaler.
Oh, oh, ow. I feel like at this point I'd want to be melee. But I don't know. Fuck him up.
The boss has dropped another type of crossbow, a siege crossbow. This crossbow grants
Siege.
the siege cascade skill. The skill is also modified depending on what type of bolts you're using.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I feel like it would be good for mobs, but I feel like either would be really good for mobs. It does do a straight line. That does... I feel like either would work, but I feel like the OG would be a little bit better. But this does do a bit of more AoE. Yeah? Oh, wow. Okay, that was cool. Now, I wonder if it's different cross bolts or just bolts in general. Okay, yeah, this definitely does a little bit more
Little
AoE.
details to combat in Path of Exile 2. You might notice that the monsters who die while burning have charred corpses. We really want to make sure that there's a feeling that as you leave the battlefield, there's clear evidence of what combat took place there.
Oh, that's a nice little ad right there. I like that. I wonder if these are the only two crossbows that you'll come in contact with. I'm sure it isn't. This one I feel like requires a little bit more setup than the other crossbow. Oh, that's a cool animation. That's a really cool animation. Dark Moil the Crew. See, a mini boss. Wasn't much of a mini boss. I like the rock crabs. They're cute. I don't know. Never said that about any sort of crab or bug-like thing, but they're cute. I don't know why. I love how there's like a million of these guys compared to two women. Womanes. 2 versus 2 million. Honestly. Oh, I totally forgot she said him out loud.
This is the perennial king, the leader of the Faradun. His
Oh!
goal here is to prevent you from catching the caravan at any cost.
Outsider, we fight together. I wonder how much damage she actually does, Asala. And does she have a health bar too? I'd like to know. Oh, yeah, you want to take care of those for sure. What is she doing? Oh, shit. The perennial king's got nothing on us there, Sala. Armor piercing bolts. That probably does the most damage.
Make haste. He must not escape.
What a pussy. He leaves because he's about to die. Absolute puss.
He conjures the very sands against us.
Talk to the defector. Excuse me.
This madness has gone on long enough. The king is not the man I once knew. And sins swallow me if I do any more to enable him. You plan to continue your pursuit, yes? You will not catch him. Not without me.
Ooh, dude, I like the massive, like, female teams going on right now.
Let us return to the caravan and question this defector.
This is the Ardura caravan, your town in Act 2.
I like it a lot. It's a cool caravan.
Masala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable
Ooh,
of
Asala,
battling
thank you
Jinga.
so much for
Remain a friend to the
the
Ardura,
comments.
and you shall have nothing but respect from us.
Ooh.
From what your shade has told us, the situation is dire. This Balbalic will live or die based on her usefulness in pursuit of the seed of corruption. Ask her what questions you will, then we, Ardura, will decide her fate.
You need not trust me. You will see the truth of my information soon enough.
I love this so much. The lighting is blowing me away.
Do what you know is right.
One of the things we really wanted to do in Act 2 was to use the mobility of the caravan to allow the player to choose how they explore the act. Here you're given 4 options on how to proceed.
There is a tribe of lost men that inhabits the mastodon badlands.
That's
They
really cool.
worship
It's like
the
a nice
bones
little
of those
waypoint
long ago
for you to
beasts.
go in
And
between.
that faith has given rise to powerful tusks that can somehow call on storms and strike enemies with lightning. The king wishes to steal these objects of worship and use their lightning in war. Do what you must.
Though events demand you tread upon a valley of the dead, do not do so flagrantly. Keep your presence light, cleanse what corruption you can, and we shall skirmish with the Faradun to protect your flesh.
I'm
Once you've
really
reached your
loving
destination,
this.
the caravan
Like, I'm
will travel
so
to that area and
enamored
come
right
to a
now.
stop so that you can disembark and go on your quest.
The Mastodon Badlands.
Because
Hell
we just
yeah.
got the Storm Sphere skill as a quest reward, now would be a great time to switch back to spears and use some ranged abilities. Storm Spear fires a lightning projectile which splits.
Wait,
on
you can
contact.
switch me between classes? That's sick.
The other skill we're using
That's
here is
so
called Blazing
sick.
Lance. Blazing Lance creates a trail of fire from the ground, dealing damage over time. However, if you're willing to stand in place for long enough, you can throw a second spear that will fan the flames for much more damage.
Ooh, that fucking jump! So good. There's definitely got to be instances where one is much better than the other, like the specific classes. Of course, I feel like that goes for any game, but dude, I love the design of the monsters.
We've just found a unique spear. It's called Devata's Wind. This spear has an extra modifier that synergizes really well with Storm Spear. When you disengage, you get 2 additional projectiles on your projectile skills.
Oh shit, he just powered up. Better watch out, friend. That's a nice ass spear. That damage when you actually do stand there for another instance, so good. Now we're getting some big boys with some big toys. I want some big boys with some big toys. Ooh. Y'all, this game looks so... I can't tell you how many times... I'm saying it so much. This game looks fucking phenomenal. It looks fantastic. Like, I'm actually really excited for PoE 2. Like, the gameplay looks more seamless. The animations look a lot more solid. And the new classes look fantastic. I'm loving the spear class. That's definitely like up my play style. Yeah, fuck him up. Oh shit, yeah, watch out, that one jumps. I like those skeleton looking snakes. I think those are a cool design. I'm just like trying to imagine this in like first person right now. And I feel like this would be equally as cool in first person, but I feel like it would be a lot harder. Obviously, because you can't see everything around you. But I don't know. That's what I'm just saying. Ooh. Defeat the Bone Colossus. Of course, they already finish bringing it back to life. Ooh, it's 2 bosses. Or maybe 2 mini bosses. This seems definitely like a boss fight. Your permafrost shit does not do well here. Ooh. I feel like it is like enough room to fight these bosses because it does enable you to have to move around instead of sitting in one place. I wonder I don't even know what level this character is right now. The Death Lord's almost dead though. Come on, he's just like a hit away. There you go. This doesn't seem that hard of a fight. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that was a really insane gameplay overview. I'm really excited for the 2 new classes that they're bringing with the crossbow and the spear. And I really like the new hub that you have in order to go to different locations. That's pretty sick. Like overall, I'm very impressed with PoE 2. And it looks clean. It looks like such a not like revamped, but it looks like a polished version of what PoE is. Not that it isn't bad already. It's just this looks so incredibly well done. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are going to try your hands at either the spear or the crossbowman class. Let me know in the comments down below. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always. But please do not forget to subscribe and or follow, not only to my YouTube, but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at. But you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.